So I met with some of my teachers, and we wanted to look at what schools were doing great, having the same demographics as Bowling Park. And we took a trip. Those teachers who were going to be in my testing grade, some of them, we took a trip to Atlanta. Dr. James Comer helped provide this. He was the director of child studies at Yale University. And so we looked at some things going on there, and I tried to come back and improvise this into my school.
We worked from day one, and we practiced, and we did Saturday school, and we had a point in the year where all of the resource teachers came into the classroom to work with our students so that we could work on small group instruction and give the students extra practice. And so we were excited. We trained like we were preparing for the Olympics.
The students themselves, and these are our main stakeholders, they had to believe that they were just as smart or smarter than anybody else. And this is what I had the teachers, the parents, and myself doing and teaching them every day, you are smart. And the late Senator Yvonne Miller, she stayed at Bowling Park a lot, and she worked with the kids, letting them know how beautiful they are and they could do and they could achieve. And I was happy to see Dr. Guns came over, and he had his church become involved in our school. The men of his school were being mentors, and then his ladies came along. They not only helped the kids academically, but they were cutting hair. And if kids look good and feel good about themselves, they did better on the academic scores and tests. The day of the test, the kids were alert, they were fresh, they were excited, and no one was really nervous. So we had the test. The test took about maybe a week and a half to 2 weeks to complete all areas. Got the test results, and when I saw the test results, I had an assembly, and I told the kids and my teachers, congratulations, we did extremely well. And the principal saw how we ranked with other schools. And I said, we were #1 in the city of Norfolk. About 9 days later, I got a call from the superintendent's office. And he said, Dr. Clark, we want you to come downtown. When I got there, the superintendent was there, his cabinet, and I sat there, and all of them had such a stern, firm look on their face. And the first question that came to me, Dr. Clark, why do you allow your students to cheat? I could not believe what I was hearing.
I remember Dr. Clark calling us, the fourth grade team, into his office and just letting us know that we would have to retest because we had done so well that there was some doubt about our students' scores.
I went to my father, he's the pastor of the church, and I was telling him what had happened when they told us we had to be retested. And he said, talk to your parents and see if you could get them to come to our church before they are retested. Talk to the parents, and that Sunday morning, I had over 300, including my students, my parents, their extended parent members, and he had a message preached just for my Bowling Park students. Not only that, our church went on a 3-day fast prior to my students taking this test. And then one by one, with the parents' permission, he anointed each one of my kids who were going to take that test.
I wonder, could it be that if we consider the interviews from Dr. Perkins and Dr. Clark, if the schoolhouse and the church house converge, that's when we have significant outcomes with the students on campus. These outcomes are furthered with the observation of the power of the male and the father's presence. This shapes the child socially, academically, and spiritually. You turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the children to the fathers. These are social determinant factors that forever impact a child. I believe this is when we pass the test for transformational city.